Okay, now let's have a quick look at the traffic tab. So there are two settings in here, neither of which I use on any of my sites, but I'll give you a quick run through in case they're of interest to you and you want to look into them further. The first is a new feature from Cloudflare called Argo. What this does is it distributes your website around the world into the areas where there's most demands, kind of dynamic distribution of your website. I'm guessing this would be excellent for high traffic websites that have got worldwide audiences. It's not of any particular use for the average webmaster. I certainly don't need to use it on any of my websites, and some of them have got fairly high web traffic. It is a paid service as well. It's a minimum of $5 per month per domain, and then you pay for the traffic costs on top of that. If you want to know more about it, just click on the help icon at the bottom and then click on the link here, and it'll take you to the Cloudflare knowledge base where you can read more about that particular feature and see if it's appropriate for you. But keep in mind, I run quite a few sites for my clients. Some of them are fairly high traffic, and it's not something that I use on any of my sites yet. I'll come back and review it more even when I do. The second feature again is load balancing. Again, a fairly new feature from Cloudflare. It's self-explanatory. It's load balancing at the DNS level, so that if you've got lots of traffic coming in, it can send your traffic to server A and a mirror of your site on server B, and it can balance the traffic out between those. Or if server A, for instance, went down, then it would send all of the traffic to server B, and it would intelligently balance your traffic across 1, 2, or as many servers as you need. Again, this would be a great feature for a very high traffic website, but it's not something I've needed to implement for any of my clients so far. The standard free features of Cloudflare are enough for about 90% of people's websites. Again, if you need to know more, just click on the help feature at the bottom, and then it gives you a brief explanation of exactly what the different terminology is, how it works, failover, the different pools, load balancers, and then you can go into much more detail here. Again, it is a paid feature. You will have to add a credit card in order to enable this feature, but it's not something I use, so it's not something I'm going to go into detail on in this tutorial.